Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time seeing me, my name is Brian. I cover football, MMA, content. Don't want to waste your time. Manchester United have massive problems, and while it is easy to be positive around the club right now, it's very crucial that we keep these owners accountable because they're not delivering. They are not delivering for Michael Carrick, who is an inexperienced coach who is going into his first full season, his first full pre-season without plan A, B or C. The club wanted to go get Elliot Anderson, didn't get them. They briefed that for 6, 7, 8 months. No, just I'm backed out of the deal as soon as the price is too high. I could have told them in January what the price for Elliot Anderson was going to be. While yes, it is an inflated market, you need to go out and spend, and I think this is Manchester United's massive problems. They have a lack of urgency to go out to spend the 80, 90, 100 million pound on players because they've done it in the past, but they've done it poorly. I'll use this example. Mark Goldbridge uses it all the time. If you have a girlfriend and you split with her, will that stop you from going and trying to find another girlfriend in the future? But that could potentially be your wife. Because we've spent on the money on the likes of Alexis Sanchez, that's going to stop us from maybe going and spending 80, 90, 100 million on an Elliot Anderson, on Enzo Fernandez, on a Mateus Fernandez. The club need to abandon this whole strategy of being scared to spend big money for big players, and there is a certain part of the fan base that goes wild and goes crazy for people. Oh, we're cutting the wage bills, we're doing this, we're doing that. Who cares? For me, it doesn't come out of my pocket. I don't care if we spend 300, 400 grand on players. If you bring Erling Haaland into Manchester United, I wouldn't care if you pay him 400, 500 grand a week because he's the best striker in the world. Same with Vinicius Jr., who is unsettled. He is wanting to leave Real Madrid. He runs his contract down, and there's been talks, there's been rumours flying about Vinny, but leaving Real Madrid. 20, 25 years ago, we would have been all over that deal when we nearly signed Ronaldinho. Why are we not going and doing deals like that? Because of the ambitions of these owners and the board. The board are failing Michael Carrick. Yes, Tielemans, brilliant signing. Premier League experience was what we need, but it's not our plan A, it's not our plan B, it's not our plan C. We are trying to rescue what has been a tragic summer for Manchester United already. And look, we need to spend so much time getting this third midfielder in, which is looking to be Manu Kone at the minute, or potentially an Alex Scott. Even an Alex Scott, we're scared to go into the deals with it. And whenever you look at around us, you have Arsenal doing the Bruno Guimaraes deal. They're looking to put a bid in for him. You have Spurs doing Tonali. You have even Chelsea doing Morgan Rogers. These are clubs spending big money getting their prime targets. Chelsea beat Arsenal to a signing. How mental is that? Chelsea don't have Champions League football. Arsenal are the Premier League champions and will be looking to make a serious run to get the Champions League and the Premier League this season. Why? Because Xabi Alonso won the project over to Morgan Rogers. We don't have a board or Michael Carrick. It's not even Michael Carrick's fault, it's the board. We don't have a board selling a vision, selling a project, and in a time where you might need to spend an extra 30, 40, 50 million for a player in this market to get that Premier League proven experience. Yes, Tielemans has it, but he had a release clause. It just shows a complete lack of ambition by the board. And look, we were only playing one game a week last season, and that is why I truly believe we done very well. Michael Carrick came in at a good part of the season for him. Credit to him, he done what he needed to do. He got us Champions League football and he got us back to where we needed to be, but we were only playing one game a week. And we haven't even addressed the fact we have not fully replaced Casemiro. Casemiro was the experience, the leader, the Champions League winner, the person who's going to pop up with a goal. We are so Bruno reliant. It is ridiculous. It's crazy. You've seen for Portugal, Bruno can have bad games. Yes, while the whole system is different and the whole team wasn't really playing around Bruno. If Bruno has a bad game, Manchester United are likely to have a bad game because we're waiting for that moment of magic from Bruno that just isn't going to be there. We haven't even talked about Marcus Rashford and how we're going to need to spend time this summer trying to figure out what we're going to do with him, because it looks like he's going to stay. There isn't going to be a club that comes in for him, so we're going to have to do the whole PR around how Rashford wants to come back and how we want him back. It takes time to sort that out. It takes time away, and that's going to stop us from buying a left winger. And you see, if this club says we don't need a left winger because Patrick Dorgu's a left winger, he was bought as a left back. Yes, he's done amazing as a left winger, but we need an experienced left back, we need an experienced left winger, and this club is taking so long to sort out the midfield. It's going to leave us scrambling towards the end of the window. You seen last summer where we weren't even going to buy Lamans until Bayender and Onana just completely shit the bed. Until Bayender had that real bad mistake against Arsenal, we shit the bed, and then we got, right, we need Lamans, get him. Go. It does terrify me that the fan base are celebrating the board for doing cheap deals. While, like for example, Andre Santos looks to be a decent player. I don't know a lot about him. It's going to be interesting to see what he brings and how he does in the Premier League properly, because 40-50 million for a Chelsea bench player. He did not play many minutes last season. Look, I don't know much about him. I'm not going to go in too heavily on him. I support him. I fully back him. I want him to do well. But at the end of the day, it is a problem. Now, I will give the board and the club credit in a sense of not doing the Ederson deal because of injury. We don't want another Mason Mount situation where we are literally paying somebody to sit on the bench because they cannot string 2 or 3 games in a row. That was decent by the club. It's heartbreaking for Ederson, and I feel awful for him. He wanted his dream move. He came off the plane thinking he was signing for Manchester United, and it just didn't work out. I wish him all the best in the future. I think he signed a deal for Atletico with Atalanta again. But I'm not going to lie, I am very worried going into this season whenever I'm looking at clubs around us spending big. And look, there are teams that are waiting that haven't even done deals yet. For example, you have Liverpool. They look terrifying under Areola. They will be terrifying under Areola whenever they get the players in, whenever they will get the squad around him, because the football he was playing with Bournemouth was brilliant football. I would much rather have went with Areola over Carrick. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out. And look, I don't hold any of this against Michael Carrick. He's been a legend of the club, and I just don't think the club are going to be giving him the best tools to succeed, and then eventually it will just lead him to throwing him under the bus, like we've done with managers before, like we've done with Ten Hag. For even Amram, we didn't get Amram in midfield last summer, and you see, if we go in for Carlos Baleba, who has had a tragic season, that is how we have really exhausted our list of options. So I just kind of want to come on to rant to get this off my chest, because Manchester United have huge problems from the board down straight into the squad. And you see, if Luke Shaw is our starting left back next season, if we're playing 2 games a week, we're screwed. It'll be interesting to see how the rest of this transfer window unfolds for Manchester United and for the clubs around them, to see what deals we can do and to see what potential opportunities come up, because I do believe this season, this transfer window could be a matter of an opportunity. And yeah, just have to see where it goes. I'm going to be covering a lot of content on here in regards to transfers, in regards to just overall Premier League predictions, overall Premier League. Maybe we do some watch-alongs later on. We also cover fully into MMA, and we're fully going to be delving into gym content. So if any of that interests you or might interest you in the future, don't forget to subscribe, like and comment. Have an amazing day.